So my proudest moment so far was when we first got a boat out on the water. Oh, that's pretty much melted then, isn't it?
That's a deep fried capacitor.
So we've been out on a lake down at Beale Park in Reading. We joined the Model Boat Club there, which is really cool, and that allowed us to use all the facilities. So once we've put these boats together, we can get out in the water and see how they perform.
Here at Mid-Thames, we've been building our own model boats for years now and are experienced in all sorts of different aspects of it. When the guys from DesignSpark came to us for advice on their whole design, we were able to offer them some useful tips on battery capacity, motors, and the actual design of the hull.
Realised a few problems that we've, which are great to address actually. First of all, where we foamed it, it's not gone in properly, so this is actually hollow. The foam hasn't gone in, and the problem with that means is that it's not been self-righting. And when we have got the batteries in, which are acting as a ballast as well, it's get quite heavy, and so when it's tipping over, it's not going back over again to right itself. So more foam into this, we need to change the motor mounts.
So you want to get foam into here, you want to get a foam cap and retry the capsizing and see if it self-rights with a foam. I think you'll find that if that's foam, it'll self-right.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm happy with the way it sits in the water, even with the cavity filled.
But this is beautiful, isn't it?
Which was exciting.
With the rocket boat here of Richard's, was testing the autopilot, so we had that out on the river today.
So that was super successful. So we had we set a home point out just by one of the marker buoys out here, and we had it on patrol mode. So you're probably seeing some of the footage from earlier. It kind of went round in figures of 8, stopping at the same part, turns the motor off for a moment, and then goes back round again. So we're pretty confident that that part is working, and that's the same part that we use to set the waypoints around wherever we go next. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of sealing up the electronics, we initially put everything into one waterproof box.
The other problem is late last night as well, we decided to move the electronics that sat in the cavity here to here. Because it was easier to get to.
And we couldn't find a box the right size.
and that, actually, yes, we couldn't find a box the right size. They go in different directions.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's it.
Ah. Whee!
Alex. So with the propulsion on the boat we tested at Haslar, we had the thrusters on the front and we were using a rudder. That wasn't terribly successful. It was quite experimental.
It wasn't the waves,
yeah,
I suppose.
yeah,
It worked not
yeah.
too bad, but as soon as you put those waves into effect, that was it.
So we've now got 2 quart nozzle differential thrusters on, and we moved them to the back, which was a problem. It was a huge problem.
It was a huge problem, yeah.
That the boat just turns on a pinhead now. So I think we just want to get a little bit more speed out of it, which means that it's going to eat a bit more battery. And we've got lead acid in here, and if we want to, we can change the lead acids to LiPo, which are about a third of the weight, and will let us go a bit further.
And the other thing we're going to do, which is Richard's department, is the motors, which we're running 200 watt motors, is that right, Richard? And we need to probably uprate those.
They're each 100 watts, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll probably need a bit more beans.
Yeah.
If that had 2 of those props on and that white boat, that would be like. Let's change the battery and swap the props around.
It's really hot still.
When you say it's hot, I mean it's just the heat,
PLA. Yeah,
the heat of the sun on it. Or-
maybe.
With the radios, the ESCs in the same box. The problem with the ESCs is that they do get quite hot.
Be careful because that, yeah, they're going to short otherwise, aren't they?
Whoa. Okay, unplug it or cut one of the wires off or something. It's on fire.
Oh, it's melted through. Right.
Yeah.
You forgot to say the lipos burn better.
Yes. The LiPo's bonfire. We're working through all the iterations of trying to get the boat as functional as possible.
Yeah. Do we think, realistically, we're going to be ready to go on the sea next week, or do we want to push it back?